Happy 4th of July to all those listening across Cape Cod. It's the Wareham Gatemen and the Bourne Braves squaring off here for America's 249th birthday. Devon Jarvis alongside Adam Gotkin for your coverage. It's an unorthodox broadcast today. The Wareham Gatemen Stadium did not have any power for the first couple innings, and finally we are beginning here, and in the bottom of the third inning, and Adam, take it away on the play-by-play.
Well, it's been a bit of a crazy game, as you said. 1-0 Wareham. There's 2 outs, and Folger Boaz has a 2-0 count against Andrew Kane. A pitch and a foul back straight to the backstop. This has been wild because the field did not have power until about 10 or so minutes ago. But we do have power, we do have lights, and we are going to get a full baseball game in today. So, again, Andrew Kane is at the plate. Folger Boaz, Bourne starter, is into his third inning of work as he deals and fires a strike at the knees to make the count 2-2. Actually, sorry, this is Chris McHugh at the plate. Levi Clark flew out to start the inning. We're still getting caught up here. As that's fouled straight back.
When he hit it, I'm like, I thought it was going off. Maybe. When he hit it, I'm like, it wasn't like that.
In the field today for the Bourne Braves, it's Jimmy Keenan behind home plate catching, Logan Hughes at first, Ryan Cooney at second, Riker Reid at short, and Braden Holcomb at third. Boaz comes into the line, the pitch to McHugh. This is outside, and the count moves full to 3-2. The outfield from left to right goes Gavin Kelly, John LeCrand, and Kahio Aloy. This game was originally supposed to start at 6 p.m., but did get delayed to 7, and that one run came from Levi Clark, who came in to score on a wild pitch. From the wind, here's the pitch, and that's fouled straight back on a fastball, and the count's still full at 3-2. Spillane Field has a new look this season. A brand new dirt infield, so no more gravel, and the backstop is a whole lot shorter. Boaz takes a deep breath, comes into the wind, the payoff pitch. This is low for ball 4. So with 2 outs, it's a base runner on for the Gateman, Chris McHugh, and it's Easton Breifogel to step in. It's the second walk of this outing for Boaz. The lineup today for the Wareham Gatemen, it's Braden Randall who led off, Levi Clark batted second, Andrew Kane third, and Chris McHugh fourth. So that puts us with the number 5 hitter, Easton Breifogel, who stands into the left-handed batter's box. The lefty Boaz kicks and deals. This is inside on a fastball. On deck is Caden McDonald. Colby Turner stands in the hole. Hayden Yost bats 8th, and Vance Cheyenne is the number 9 hitter. McHugh with a short lead at first. The pitch is fouled back towards the on-deck circle on the third base side. That was a close play as Easton Breifogel almost hit his teammate, Caden McDonald. We're also in a brand new spot here at Spillane Field. We are right up against the dugout and right behind the incredible Bourne Bat Boys. We used to be up in the, they called it Rage Cage, above the third base dugout here at Spillane Field as the 1-1. This is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. They got rid of the dugouts, installed new ones, and that's why we're in this new spot, although the new dugouts are a lot better. They're honestly some of the best looking ones in the league, very deep, and they seem brand new. Runner going, the 1-2 pitch, a called strike 3. So Folger Boaz gets a backwards K to get out of the third inning, and he strands one runner on. So the score after 3 is 1-0 Wareham. And Devon, instead of sending to break here because we missed the first about 45, 50 minutes of this broadcast, we're just going to keep things here and kind of explain what happened up to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it began in the first inning where Bourne were dropped 1-2-3, but after that, it was the Wareham Gatemen who got the scoring started early. A strikeout from Braden Randall, who led things off, was followed by a Levi Clark base hit into center field. He came around to score after being pushed by a walk to second by Andrew Kane, advanced to third on a ground out, and then eventually came home on a wild pitch by Folger Boas. But that is the only run of the day so far among these two teams. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Wareham Gatemen. It's been a low-scoring affair from two very solid pitching performances, one from the UNC Tar Heel Folger Boas and the other, the Arkansas Razorback Tate McGuire. And now it's a new pitcher on the mound for the Wareham Gatemen. Pitching is Tommy Skelding. He's out of Kentucky. The righty at 6'3" and 195 steps in here in relief. And on the other side, he replaces McGuire, who in his outing pitched 3 innings, had 2 hits, no runs, no earned, and 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So it was a solid inning as McGuire only pitched 51 pitches. It's an early reliever here, and the Bourne Bats, who have been somewhat cold today, will try and lead things off with Logan Hughes, who's a 3-batter. Adam, why don't we go through the Bourne Braves lineup and see who they have?
Well, Riker Waite was the leadoff hitter in the lineup, and Gavin Kelly bats second. But we start things off here in the top of the 4th inning with the number 3 hitter, Logan Hughes, at the plate, which means the cleanup man, Kahio Aloy, starts things off on deck. Cade Lewis, the designated hitter today, is in the hole. And then Braden Holcomb bats 6th. And the number 7 spot is John LeGrand. Ryan Cooney bats 8th, and Jimmy Keenan bats 9th to round out the Braves starting lineup.
Logan Hughes, in his first time up, popped out to second base. He steps in here trying to get the scoring going for the Bourne Braves. He digs in to the left side against the new pitcher in Tommy Skelding. The righty just finished his most recent season at Kentucky, his freshman year. As a Wildcat, he had a 7.32 ERA and 19 2/3 pitched. Here on the Cape, he's making his first appearance. Most recently was in Amsterdam of the PGCBL. Had 3 games, started 2 with a 1 ERA. So it's the lefty in Hughes who digs into the back left of the left-handed batter's box against Skelding for his Cape debut. First pitch, a called ball. Second one popped up, and Skelding sits in a 1-1 count against Hughes. Not often you see guys pulled up from different leagues that aren't the Cape League this early in the season, but Skelding, a player who was really promising for the Mohawks in the PGCBL as he delivers the 1-1. It's popped up high to the right side of the infield. Charging in is Braden Randall. He makes way for the shortstop, Sheehan, for out number 1. It's a 3-pitch mix for Tommy Skelding. He uses a fastball, a cutter, and a changeup. That fastball his most common. He now sees the number 2 batter of this inning, Kahio Aloy, who had a fantastic grab in right field just an inning ago for out number 1. Made the grab as he crashed into the right field wall. Now it's Aloy, who's had 1 strikeout on the day, and he'll watch past the first pitch for ball number 1. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Loy was spectacular last night in his 2 at-bats, a home run and a double that almost went over the wall.
The 1-0, half swing by Aloy, deferral to the third base umpire, and Mike Rabideau, he will go on the pitch. It's a 1-1 count. Aloy yesterday got his first home run of the season. Had 2 hits that probably could have both been gone. Another half swing on the 1-0. Sam Finn at first base says he does come around. It's a 1-2 count with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Aloy here stepping in as the second batter of the 4th here for the Bourne Braves. Just spent his most recent season as a Razorback in Arkansas. So he goes against a familiar face in the first inning in Tate McGuire. Now here for Skelding, another SEC foe. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Aloy from the right side, going to windmill his bat. And Skelding from the wind works from the third base side of the rubber and deals. Pitch is high on the cutter. It's a full count for Kahio Aloy. Aloy this season has been brilliant for the Braves. Has only been here for under a week. He's batting .400 with an OPS of 1100. 3-2 pitches inside, and Aloy works himself into a base on balls. He will be the first base runner of the inning, and the first since Riker Waite got on with a walk in the third. That's the second walk of the day for the Bourne Braves, and Skelding is through 2. Now faces Cade Lewis, the Demon Deacon out of Wake Forest. Lewis in his first time up beat out a ground ball to the third baseman Colby Turner. So he's 1 for 1 on the day after the base hit. First pitch from Skelding is a fastball in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike and 1 out with Kahio Aloy on first base. Aloy has not yet stolen a base on the season. And Skelding has his back to him from the stretch. The first pitch is cracked up the middle. This could go 2. Cheyenne throws to second, gets the out. The out at first is not there in time. Cade Lewis once again will beat out the throw and advance on the fielder's choice.
That's great hustle once again from Cade Lewis. Second time today that he's been safe at first because he's just been running and hustling down the line. Those are big plays that are important.
Lewis also a player who has not attempted a steal on the season. This is now game 17 for the Bourne Braves. Wareham Gatemen the same. Skelding now goes against Braden Holcomb, the second-year Bourne Brave veteran from the right side. First pitch, a fastball in there for strike 1. Holcomb in yesterday's game got on with a base hit and went 1 for 2 on the day. Here comes the 0-1 from the stretch. The off speed is in there for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Braden Holcomb, who sent a base hit into left field in the second inning. Advanced Cade Lewis to second on that one. Holcomb squares himself to home plate in the back of the right-hander's batter's box. From the stretch, it's Skelding. He kicks and deals. This one comes outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 4th as the Wareham Gatemen lead 1-0 over the Bourne Braves. It's a 3-step lead for Cade Lewis at first base, as Skelding will look over his left shoulder to check on the runner. Now come back home and deal from the stretch. Crack to the left side. Colby Turner's going to field throw all the way across the diamond. That one's in time. It was a bang-bang play at first base, and Sam Finn, the first base umpire, will be confronted by Scott Landers, the field manager for the Bourne Braves, as the Braves don't love the call. That will be the end of the top of the 4th inning, which means we will send things to our advertisers. Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is Bourne's premier senior living community, conveniently located adjacent to the Cape Cod Canal. Visit us at Keystone Place at buzzardsbay.com. Also, Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves. We'll send things to a short break here for the middle of the 4th inning on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV. Stay with us.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Thanks for staying with us. It's the middle of the fourth, now the bottom of the fourth here from Spillane Field. It's the Wareham Gatemen up to bat, and Easton Brayfogle will start first for the Gatemen out of Arizona. Went down with a strikeout looking at the hand of Folger Boas earlier today. He's in a 1-1 count with no outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wareham up 1-0 at the moment, have not scored a run since the first. The 1-1 is outside and called for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. The 2-1 cracks straight back up the middle for a base hit, fielded by John LeGrand in center field, and Easton Brayfogle starts the action early in the fourth for the Wareham Gatemen. Great piece of hitting by Brayfogle, who's rather, that was instead Caden McDonald who got the scoring started. Brayfogle ended the third inning. Colby Turner now steps in. The Michigan Wolverine playing third base today digs into the right side against the lefty in Folger Boas. From the stretch, he deals. Fastball low and away for ball 1. Folger now in his fourth inning of work has looked excellent for the Braves. His last time out, it was not the greatest start he hoped for, but a much better showing today. McDonald on first base, taking a decent lead, goes back after the foul ball from Colby Turner.
I don't think it's any surprise that Boas has just had a completely different start here, because he was excellent at UNC the last 2 years. He's got really good stuff. He just, didn't have his day against Katuitt.
Folger is going to look to first on the 1-1. He throws in there to Logan Hughes, the first baseman, who doesn't apply a tag and brings it back to Boas on the mound. In his sophomore year at North Carolina, he had a 3.9 ERA in 30 innings pitched. And he's playing much more like that level of pitcher now. The 1-1's a fastball low and inside, called for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, with a runner on first base for the Wareham Gatemen. In his last time out against Katuitt, he was the starter for the Kettleers, pitched no innings, but was out there for 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and no Ks. Folger kicks and deals. Watching it by is Colby Turner. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Turner back in the second got on with a base hit to shortstop. It was a tough play for Riker Waite. The lefty Folger deals. Cracks straight down on home plate and toward the third base dugout. That will make it a full count. Boas on the game so far as the last starting pitcher remaining. Has a full count here from the third base side of the rubber. Fires. Goes to Riker Waite at shortstop. He flips to second. Ryan Cooney's throw to first is there in time. A 6-4-3 double play to clear the bases. And the Bourne Braves have got 2 outs.
I mean, that's just huge from Folger Boas. He has done an incredible job to start this game of working himself out of jams. Got a bunch of runners on in the second, worked out of it. 2-out walk in the third, get out of it. And there, a double play to, again, get out of what could have been dangerous, letting a leadoff man on.
Boas on the game so far will pitch his 67th pitch next against the Florida Gator, Hayden Yost. It will be a ball on the first pitch in the 1-0 count. Folger will stay pitching from the stretch. It's a hybrid windup. He deals. 1-0 also misses, and it's a 2-0 count. Boas just pitching excellent today. Through 3 2/3, 4 hits, only 1 earned run with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Boas. This one's going to skip in the dirt, get past, but no one on, so it remains a 3-0 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Boaz trying to work out of this one. He nods at his pitch, kicks and fires to go home. Called in there for strike one down Broadway. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count with 2 outs. And as the sky gets darker here, about now is when we would have stopped playing this game, but the lights back on, keep it going. The 3-1 in the dirt, and Yost earns himself a walk with 2 outs on the board.
We probably wouldn't have even gotten to this point, Devon. It's already 8:15. Any games that have ended due to darkness this season have all been pretty much before 8 or right around 8.
Scotlanders will now be heading out to the pitcher's mound and look to the bullpen for a reliever to come in for Folger Boaz. He had an excellent 3 2/3 inning, but will end his day here in the 5th. So we step aside on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV. We'll come back for just a moment when we return.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back to the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Bourne Braves Baseball Network and Cape League TV. It's the Braves and Gatemen in a 1-0 ball game in favor of the home team as a new reliever comes out onto the mound for the Bourne Braves. It's Landon White making his first appearance in quite a while. Last time was on June 27th against the Chatham Anglers, where he came in relief. He replaces Folger Boaz after a really solid start, but inherits a runner on first base in Hayden Yost. Vance Sheehan, the 9-batter of the order for the Gatemen, steps into to the right side against Landon White. The righty out of Bryant stands at 6'6", 200 pounds. Has a 3-pitch mix, slider, fastball, sinker. And White will start his day with 2 outs on the board in the top of the 4th inning from the stretch. In his last time up against the Chatham Anglers, he pitched 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Eases back to the runner in Yost on first base. Vance Sheehan playing shortstop for the Gatemen today. Comes from University of South Carolina upstate. The kick and deal on the first pitch. Sinker in there for strike number 1 on the swing and a miss from Sheehan.
Landon White's been really good this season, just outside of 1 appearance. If you take out his 3rd of an inning against Brewster, he's got an ERA at about 2.5 in 7 innings.
Sheehan has a narrow stance in the right-handed batter's box. Runner is going. No swing as the pitch is called a ball. Throw into second by Keenan is late. Hayden Yost will steal a bag and be the first of any Wareham Gatemen to do so today. Keenan making his first appearance in a few games now. He last played against Falmouth, and that was just earlier this week. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs for White. A runner now in scoring position. The pitch. Sinker in there for strike number 2. White looks down and hangs his right arm to get his pitch from the catcher and Jimmy Keenan. He'll deal on the 1-2. It's cracked to the left side of the infield. Holcomb's charging in, makes the grab. A sidearm throw to first for out number 3 is there in time. So the Bourne Braves will shut down the Wareham Gatemen for now 3 consecutive innings scoreless. We'll send things to a short break here for the top of the 5th to come back in just a moment.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Happy 4th of July to all those listening. It's Devon Jarvis alongside Adam Gotkin here at Spillane Field for the 5th inning of work between the Wareham Gatemen and the Bourne Braves. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Gatemen so far, and the Bourne Braves will look to have something to say about that as they bring their bats up here, and beginning with John LeGrand. Tommy Skelding, the pitcher on the mound for the Gatemen, now into his 2nd inning of work. He relieved Tate McGuire in the 4th inning. Just midway through this game now, and Skelding, who came from the PGCBL, is making his first appearance for the Gatemen on the year. First pitch to LeGrand is a half swing down low for ball 1.
You know, it's funny how it works. This is the just 2nd game that John LeGrand has been pushed back in the order, and this is the 3rd time that he's let off an inning.
LeGrand has played in all but 1 so far for the Bourne Braves. The 1-1 is the count.
That one day he didn't play was yesterday.
It was an unorthodox game yesterday, rained out midway through, but it was enough innings to play. The Wareham Gatemen got the lead in the top of the 6th, but because the Bourne Braves didn't get a chance to hit in the bottom of the 6th before the game was suspended, then the score reverted back to the bottom of the 5th inning score, which was a Bourne Braves lead. Levi Clark will join Skelding out on the mound for just a moment to talk things over.
Yeah, that was just a insane situation where if you're Bourne, you're just rooting for the rain to be as bad as it gets, because the second that the rain started, everyone knew, you know, if the game was over, Bourne won. It didn't matter that they had already given up the runs.
Logan Beavis was warming up to pitch as we saw thunder in the background. The wind started picking up and rain soon began to fall. So these two played yesterday. Bourne picked up the win as the 1-1 comes home from Skelding. It's a fastball in there for strike number 2 against the lefty batter and John LeGrand. LeGrand has been so consistent for this Bourne Braves team. The 1-2 is chopped at in the dirt. That one will be a drop third strike as Levi Clark tags John LeGrand for out number 1.
It's a good pitch from Skelding, who's looking really strong out here in his first appearance on the Cape. Definitely think it might have helped him out a little bit to have those 3 outings in the PGCBL for Amsterdam because, you know, like a lot of pitchers who come to the Cape late, he didn't have a long time off. He's already just in the groove.
8 batter of the order, and Ryan Cooney going to take a half swing at the first pitch. It lands on top of the dugout for a foul ball in strike number 1. There's 1 out with no one on here in the top of the 5th inning as Bourne's trying to get their scoring started with the 8th batter of the order, Ryan Cooney. He'll watch by the next one, low and inside for ball number 1. Cooney so far on the day flew out to center field, and on the season so far has come to this Bourne Brave team just about 2 weeks ago and is batting .143. Another pitch in the dirt for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Skelding has his Kentucky blue cleats on as he works from the windup in the center of the rubber. He'll twist and deal on the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Ryan Cooney. It fouls back into the glove of Levi Clark, and the count is squared at deuces with 1 out in the top of the 5th as the Wareham Gatemen lead the Bourne Braves 1-0. Skelding covers his mouth with his blonde glove, works in the windup, and deals. Half swing right side. This one will drop just foul by a few feet. Cooney blooped this one to the right side, and he'll go back to the righty's batter's box to do it again on the 2-2.
Those balls down the right field line are going to be tough for us, Steph, and we can see maybe, I don't know, a quarter of the way past the first base line, maybe a little bit further than that.
I'm peering through the netting of the dugout, the netting that protects the players and coaching staff, and it's an unorthodox way of seeing baseball, but it does the job. The 2-2 from Skelding, righty on righty, and Cooney. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back into the netting. We'll revisit this one again.
And we're in the exact same spot as the ball boys, which, you know, is basically in the dugout. We're right here, field level. It's definitely a unique view. We were, you know, at field level a lot of other parks, but none in this exact spot this far over from home plate.
The 2-2 from Skelding. Fastball swinging a high fly ball. This one going to pop up out of play to the right side. And Cooney continuing to fight off pitches as he's done in so many at-bats this year.
He just does a great job at fouling off pitches and just, you know, working the count and taking a lot of pitches. The issue has been is once he gets to the 2-2, 3-2, doesn't always go well, but you know, he's been great up to this point. So it's a pretty easy flip the switch.
The 2-2 in the dirt for ball number 3. Cooney works himself a full count with 1 out on the board, no one on, as the Wareham Gatemen say. Keenan being one of them. He faces Skelding for the first time, and the 0-0 pitch is cracked left side the infield. That one will get away from Vance Sheehan. He tried to field it charging in open-handed. Will bounce off his glove to the right for Jimmy Keenan to reach. We'll wait for the official scoring call there, but likely an E6. And the Bourne Braves will try to start their rally here in the top of the 5th inning as we return to the top of the order for Riker Waite to begin things. Waite getting his first at-bat since the 3rd inning where he walked. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to right field. He's just been the essence of consistency for this Bourne Braves team on both sides of the ball. First pitch from the stretch for Skelding, swinging a foul. Bourne will show 4 here in the 5th, but not be able to advance 3 of them, and that will send things to an intermission 3 of them, and that will send things to an intermission here for the middle of the 5th inning. Before we go, read from our sponsors. Are you ready to dominate the diamond and pitch like a pro with the Cape's own Keith Bildo? Join us at the Capelex, where champions are made. Don't just play the game, own it. Visit the Capelex today and unleash your full potential. Located at 6 Forest Park Drive in Bourne, find us on Facebook or at thek-plex.com. Elevate your game at the Capelex. Also, Picasset Hardware, your hometown hardware store. Whether you're fixing up the house, tackling a weekend project, or just need expert advice, Picasset Hardware has you covered with top-notch service and all the tools you need. Conveniently located in the heart of Picasset, stop by and see why they're a Cape Cod favorite. Picasset Hardware, where community and quality come together. We'll step aside for the middle of the 5th inning. It's Landon White continuing his day of relief on the mound for the Bourne Braves here on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV.
You can dream it. If you can cruise in it. If you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Bottom of the 5th inning from Spillane Field. It's the Bourne Braves and Wareham Gatemen in a 1-0 ball game that the Gatemen currently lead. They'll look to add to their lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Starting things off for the Gatemen is the top of the order in Braden Randall. The Ole Miss Rebel just finished his sophomore year down in Oxford, Mississippi. So far today is 0 for 2. First pitch from the reliever in Landon White is in there for called strike 1. White came in relief for Folger Boaz, and it only took one batter to end the 4th inning as he put him out with a ground ball to third base. No balls, 1 strike, no outs, no one on. The first pitch, or second pitch rather, swinging a soft fly ball into right field. This one will drop for a base hit as Aloy Fields throws to the second baseman in Cooney. And Braden Randall will get on for the first time today. Levi Clark, the Tennessee Volunteer, just finished his freshman season, digs into the right side. He's been one of the most dangerous hitters here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. An OPS above 1,000 and a batting average of .326. Landon White will peer in from the mound for his pitch. Comes set at the belt. Kick and deal. Runner will go, and Randall. Pitch is a called strike. Throw into second base is just late. Randall in there with a stolen bag. Already a runner in scoring position for the Gatemen. Levi Clark in an 0-1 count now. He windmills his bat and has a wide stance in the right-handed batter's box. Infield now playing straight up. Riker Waite and Ryan Cooney back. Randall dancing at second as the pitch comes home. Rocketed right to the right side. A pick by Hughes. Flip to the pitcher in White. Will get the out at first. And Randall advances to third, but will be held there, as that's out number 1. Just an incredible play by Logan Hughes, who has had a few web gems in these recent games. Yesterday, laid out like Superman to get a line out for a pitch that should have been a base hit into right field. He stopped that from happening. Just been excellent defensively as Andrew Kane out of Arizona digs into the left side. He's one of only 4 lefty batters in this Gatemen order. It's a righty-lefty battle in White. He deals on the first pitch. The breaking ball is outside for ball 1. On third base now is Braden Randall. He's quite a speedy player. Saw him steal a bag just earlier this inning. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. A deep breath from White in the pitch. Breaking ball outside. White in his most recent season at Bryant had a 4.37 ERA for the Bulldogs in 22 2/3 pitched. 1.368 whip there. Swinging a foul ball into the screen behind home plate for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner 90 feet away for the Wareham Gatemen. They're up 1-0 right now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Entire infield with their toes on the infield grass. Going to try and make the play out at home as they've done already once before in this ball game. The 2-1 from White. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Had him fooled. White looking for a big out right here, because then you can just get the out at first and not worry about Braden Randall on third. Kane will look to have something to say about it. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a blooper foul ball left side. It goes above the Wareham Gatemen dugout and out of play. Kane so far has gotten on with a walk, but was thrown out at second on the 4-6 fielder's choice. So far 0 for 1 today. It's a 2-2 count in the pitch. Half swing, not in there for strike 3. And the swing did not come around, so Andrew Kane works himself into a full count after being up 2-0. And Landon White trying to keep things empty for the Wareham Gatemen here in the 5th inning. In the stretch, he deals in the payoff. Swinging a foul ball up and back behind the netting. We'll do it again. Chris McHugh in the on-deck circle. He's gotten on twice so far. A base hit could bring this to a 2-0 ball game. Even a ground out could, depending how it's hit. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. An excellent at-bat for Bourne Braves pitcher Landon White to work out of a jam. He's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the new batter is Chris McHugh.
That's a huge spot for a strikeout. You get rid of the opportunity for a sacrifice to bring home the runner at third. The infield can move back.
Still on third base is Braden Randall. First pitch is low for ball 1. Infield now go back to their normal positions. Outfield is straight up. Left fielder Gavin Kelly maybe a little bit shifted to the right. Landon White set at the belt. Will take a deep breath and fire on the 1-0. That one in there for ball number 2, just misses the strike zone. Two balls, no strikes between Landon White, the righty, and Chris McHugh, also a righty. The pitch. This one softly grounded the right side. An easy play for Hughes as he picks it up on the infield grass, moves to his left to step on first, and the Bourne Braves are rolling defensively here at Spillane Field. Their bats will come out in the top of the 6th inning when we return. Gavin Kelly, Logan Hughes, and Kahio Aloy. Before we do that, the third member of our team in Ariel, Tamir-Pinsky, joins us now. Her mic's. Sorry for the difficulties in just a moment. We'll hear from Ariel later in this game. For now, a break as we return for the top of the 6th inning.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
It's a 1-0 ball game at Spillane Field between the Bourne Braves and the Wareham Gatemen. Devon Jarvis alongside Adam Gotkin for your coverage, and our sideline reporter Ariel Tamir-Pinsky to join us at the end of this inning. Gavin Kelly leads things off for the Bourne Braves. They're down by 1 run here. And Tommy Skelding will continue his day on the mound. Retired 3 batters just an inning ago, all by strikeout. Those were his first 3 of the game. First pitch to Kelly, a called strike. Bourne been scoreless in their first 5. Will try and break that drought here in the 6th. Kelly, the righty, swings and fouls one, chopped to the left side, and it will be foul. No balls, 2 strikes, and no outs with no one on. Skelding on the mound has been excellent today for the Wareham Gatemen. Out of the PGCBL with the Amsterdam Mohawks, was there and now making his first appearance. From the wind, he deals in the 0-2. Swing and a soft foul ball, right side, over the first base dugout and out of play. Kelly in his day so far, 0 for 2. He's been exceptional as a Bourne Brave. Got here about a week and a half ago. His first game was against Orleans a little bit ago. Another foul ball for Kelly. He's working the count here as Skelding is firing. Kelly has now earned himself a consistent spot in the starting lineup. Playing left field today. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Kelly just nipped that one. Didn't lose any velocity as it steamed into the netting above the backstop.
Kelly's defensive versatility is one of the things that keeps him in the lineup every day. He's playing left field today. He can play second, short, can even catch.
Has told us the only thing he can't play is probably first base. 0-2, swinging a hard ground ball left side. Tough grab for Turner, and he beats it out at first base. Kelly with a great run, showing off those burners.
It's the 3rd hit of the game for Bourne and the 2nd infield single. Cade Lewis did the same thing back in the 2nd, beat out a ground ball to 3rd, and it's those hustle plays that can end up making the difference, especially just with how crazy today has been and these players out of their routine. It's those little things that can help you manufacture runs.
Logan Hughes out of Texas Tech has a runner on to work with. He's 0 for 2 today, but hasn't yet been in the game with his teammates on. You can maybe hear in the background some fireworks going off. It is July 4th after all, so it's only fitting. Skelding looked over to first for Kelly. He got in there safely. Kelly's going to run. The pitch is swung on and put to the left side. Really soft ground ball. No play by the infield. Colby Turner, the 3rd baseman, tried to make a bare hand stab at it. Could not do it. Both runners advance.
That's just small ball. That's now 4 hits on the day. 3 infield singles for the Braves. It's hustle and getting the bat to the ball.
It's 2 base hits, both to 3rd baseman Colby Turner. And both safe because of well-placed balls and wheels that these Bourne Braves players have. Kahio Aloy out of Arkansas was first team All-SEC as a designated hitter. Steps into the right side, got his first home run of the year yesterday, and Skelding sees him now for the 2nd time. Walked him in the first time around. First pitch, hard grounder left side. That one gets through. Kelly steaming in from 3rd, gets the call to come home. He will be in there safely. And the Bourne Braves tie the game at 1 apiece. Kahio Aloy now for 4 straight games has an RBI and has been one of the most exciting players this Braves team has to offer.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. He just continues to deliver almost every single time he's called upon. That's, as you said, the 5th RBI of the season already for Eloy. He just has been exceptional. He puts so much power behind every single swing that he takes. It makes even just a ground ball so tough for the fielders. I mean, that was, pretty much at the third baseman Turner, and it was hit so hard. It's such a tough play.
Just an exceptional player who is adding to this Bourne Braves offense in really impactful ways. Like we mentioned now, 4 straight games with an RBI. Began that in his start against Falmouth. Had 1 against Orleans, 2 yesterday against Wareham, and he's already got 1 today. It's runners on 1 and 2 as there will be a meeting on the mound for Skelding. He stays out there as there's action in the bullpen. Skelding stays out there. It's a new batter for the Bourne Braves in Cade Lewis. The game now tied at 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Still no one out. And a runner on first and second. Hughes on second. On first, Kahio Eloy. From the stretch, Skelding looks down the middle and deals. Called strike 1 of the first pitch. Cade Lewis, also one of the more consistent hitters for this Bourne Braves team all year long.
With Skelding in some trouble, it's a right-hander out of Creighton, Shea Went, getting loose in the Wareham bullpen.
The 0-1 will be a wild pitch. Hughes advances to third. Kahio Eloy now on to second.
It hit him.
And it looked like it actually did clip Cade Lewis. Hard to see from our angle over here, but that will be a hit batter to load the bases. And the veteran, if there could be a captain, it would be Braden Holcomb. He steps into the right side. Number 34 in navy blue has been so good for this Bourne Braves team, but he will have to wait as there will be a mound visit. Ryan Smythe will step up, and looks like that will be the day for Tommy Skelding. A really good 2 innings of work, but this Bourne Braves team has just worked him here in the 6th inning. So we'll step aside. A new pitcher coming in soon. We'll tell you all about him on the other side of this break on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back to the top of the 6th inning. It's been the Bourne Braves all over the Wareham Gatemen this time around. The bases are loaded as a new pitcher comes into the game for the Gatemen. It will be Shea Went, just finished his junior season at Creighton, and the righty, native to Blair, Nebraska, has 4 appearances on the year for the Gatemen and works with a 4-pitch mix. Fastball, changeup, slider, curveball. Reaches the low 90s with his fastball and will first face off against Braden Holcomb. Already has a base hit today, and with 1 base hit could potentially score 2. It's a 1-1 ball game between Bourne and Wareham with no outs. Went will begin his day from the stretch. Corners of the infield playing in, middle of the infield back. Went comes set at the belt against Holcomb. First pitch. Half swing from Holcomb. That one's going to get by. Racing home is Hughes. No play at the plate, and the Bourne Braves are up 2-1. Excellent base running all around. And just like that, the lead has switched hands.
It's not like it was power that got this rally going for the Braves. 2 infield singles, a hard hit single in the left, and a hit by pitch, and just like that, 2 runs scored.
Still 2 runners in scoring position as both Aloy and Lewis advanced 1 base. Aloy on third, Lewis on second. All the infield will be in now on the grass. The second pitch to Holcomb is swung on and put high out of play behind the first base netting. Holcomb out of Vanderbilt, standing at 6'5", 240. Already got on with a base hit to left field earlier today where he just hammered one. He's in a 0-2 count against the righty in Went. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Holcomb just nipped it back into the glove of Levi Clark for out number 1. So Bourne still have a lot to work with here in this 6th inning. Trying to add to their total. Already have the lead 2-1 over the Gatemen. And now John LeGrand will step in for the Bourne Braves. 0 for 2 so far today, coming off a strikeout in the top of the 5th inning. But stands here with runners in scoring position.
As a leadoff hitter, mainly LeGrand hasn't had the most opportunities with runners in scoring position, but he's made the most of them. Already 7 RBIs this year.
First pitch, swinging a high fly ball. It slices to the left side over the third base dugout out of play. LeGrand on the year so far is batting .315, has been exceptional for the Braves. Like you said, 7 RBIs, and he's got 17 hits on the year. And this is the 17th game. The 0-1 from Went. He's set at the belt, looks in and deals. Fastball swinging a hard drive to center field. That's going to drop once. It scores 1 in Aloy. Lewis gets the breaks at third, and John LeGrand gets his 8th RBI in the year to make it a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Bourne Braves.
It's rallies like this that's been the difference for Bourne in this recent stretch of offensive success. They're just getting hit after hit. That's the 4th of this inning. Something that we never really saw this team have the ability to do in that losing streak.
Excellent work. And Bourne still trying to pile it on. Ryan Cooney now in. He's 0 for 2 today. So he's Went for the first time. Already on the bump deals. Called there for strike 1. Jimmy Keenan on deck, and the top of the order in Riker Waite is in the hole. Runners on the corners, John LeGrand and Cade Lewis. No balls, 1 strike for Went. He looks past his brim, deals on the 0-1. Bunt for Cooney. He brings it back to take the ball. LeGrand was thinking about stealing second, does not go, just playing mind games. It's the corners of the infield in. Colby Turner at third base, and Chris McHugh, when he's not guarding the first base bag, will try and make the play at home if he can. Middle of the infield, back in Cheyenne and Randall. It's a 1-1 count with one out. A twist for Wendt on the mound as he looks toward first base. Legrand's going to dive in safely. And McHugh returns the leather back to the hill. Wendt looks over his left shoulder at first base. Is set at his belt buckle. Kicks and deals on the 1-1. Runner is going. Bunt by Cooney is just a little bit too far foul by the first base line. Nearly had the squeeze in place as Cade Lewis was ready to come home 90 feet from third. If you can hear a little popping in the background, that is fireworks behind us.
Yeah, I
4th
haven't
of
seen
July
any yet. They're all right behind us.
Not making a good viewing experience for the spectators here at Spillane Field, but maybe more to come in the future.
I remember last year, July 3rd, someone went into the field literally right behind right field and lit off a pretty big one.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner goes again. It's a swing by Cooney as he dribbles this one toward the third base dugout and foul. We'll do it again on the 1-2 with 1 out. And Bourne up 3-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. All 3 runs for the Braves have come in this inning.
Just saw our first fireworks. There's some going off right behind the scoreboard in
There
right
we
center
go.
field.
Now we got some. Hopefully it doesn't disturb the batter and Ryan Cooney. He's at the back of the right-handed batter's box. Went on the first base side of the rubber, looks over his left shoulder at Legrand on first. He's tried to steal these last 2 times, but sent back with a foul. A pirouette as the throw comes to first and is errant. Legrand going to storm into second. He puts on the brakes, but Lewis from third will score on the E1 to make this a 4-1 ball game. And Bourne have the bats alive here in the 6th inning.
Again, this just proves that getting on base is so important to offensive success. It's not power. It's not extra base hits. It's 2 infield singles, a hit by pitch, and 2 singles into the outfield that have brought home now 4 runs in this inning for the Braves.
Ryan Cooney still at the plate with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch is put on left field. This one could be tough. An easy play there for left fielder and Andrew Kane. John Legrand comes back into second place with 2 outs on the board. Bourne still have a runner in scoring position, and it's Jimmy Keenan, the 9 batter in the order for the Braves, who digs in.
Devon, this is the first 4-run inning of the season for Bourne. This is the biggest inning that we've seen all year.
This Bourne team has been so potent offensively. Top 2 in batting average this year, and that will continue to rise as the bats are on fire in the 6th inning. Braves have a chance to hit around here. 8th batter of the inning in Keenan. Watches the first pitch by in the bottom of the zone for a called strike 1 the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Braves lead the ball game 4-1. It's the top of the 6th, and Wendt, who relieved the duties from Tommy Skelding, is also faced some tough hitting. 0-1, swing and a miss, just nipped by Jimmy Keenan. Clark holds onto it in the backstop, and it's an 0-2 count. Keenan 0 for 1 on the day, drew a walk in the 5th inning, was the only base runner of that inning for the Braves. The 0-2, low, and Clark's in the dirt, but it's a balk on the pitch. So John Legrand will advance 90 feet to third base and bring this to potentially be an even more dangerous inning. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Wendt on the bump, kicks and deals. Way out in front of the dirt, Legrand's gonna race home. No play at the plate, and the Braves get their 5th of the 6th. It's the biggest offensive inning of the year for the Bourne Braves as they pile on here at Spillane Field.
5 reach, all 5 coming to score. That's all you can ask for, and the inning isn't even done yet.
Jimmy Keenan worked himself from an 0-2 count now to a 2-2 count. The pitch is swung on and lifted high. It'll just be behind Braden Randall at second base as he makes the grab, backpedaling. So the inning will end there, but it's a 5-run inning for the Bourne Braves. All you could ask for as they take the lead, and the Braves are up 5-1. Before we go to break, we'll leave you with a few messages from our sponsors. Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is Bourne's premier senior living community, conveniently located adjacent to the Cape Cod Canal. Visit us at Keystone Place at buzzardsbay.com. Also, Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves. We'll step aside for the middle of the 6th inning. Landon White now has got to protect the lead as the Bourne Braves are up 5-1 here on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
It was just about this time yesterday where the game between the Bourne Braves and the Wareham Gatemen was called off due to rain. That one finished with the Bourne Braves winning the ball game 4-3. This time they're up 5-1 as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And after a 5-run inning for the Bourne Braves, Landon White is on the mound and has got to protect a lead. Batter for the Gatemen. As a bunt is laid down, Holcomb already was in, charges in, makes the play at first. An excellent start from the pinch hitter. Getting that name for you in just a moment. But one out on the board, and the Wareham Gatemen now show Chris McHugh. Or instead, Caden McDonald. McDonald takes the first one by. Landon White now working here as a reliever in his second inning of work. Has pitched 1 2/3 so far. The bases are empty. A half swing from McDonald. Mike Rabideau at third base on the half swing says he does not go. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out, as the Bourne Braves lead the Gatemen 5-1 to the bottom of the 6th. It's a hybrid windup for Landon White. He deals. The off speed is in there for strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 out. No one on. And White actually working from the stretch. He'll look at his pitch comm on his left wrist. Right up the arm from his blonde leather glove that he puts at his belt. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul ball, dribbled back into the backstop. That one relieved by one of the fabulous Bourne Braves bat boys. An easy grab is it's a 1-2 count with 1 out. Quick first inning as Breifogel was put down on the 5-3. Good read by Holcomb at third. 1-2, bottom of the strike zone, called strike 3. Landon White working excellently here in the 6th inning, protecting that 4-run lead for the Braves and keeping this exciting. The Braves right now on a 2-game winning streak. That comes following a 5-game losing streak, which was broken after the win against Orleans. Yesterday, the second win was against Wareham. First pitch in there for called strike 1 against Colby Turner. Turner so far today is grounded into a double play in the 4th. As he swings and flies this ball deep out to left field. It goes back, gone over the wall. And what a swing from Colby Turner. The horn sounds here on 4th of July. And the swing from Turner makes it a 5-2 game. Lead still in favor of the Bourne Braves. Little Ken Craft after that. It's the Boston Bruins goal horn sound for their home runs here at Spillane Field.
As the fireworks go off around the field, we finally get some on the field. First homer of the season for Colby Turner, and that was almost a no-doubter.
Way deep out to left center field. And new batter now in Hayden Yost to step in, looking to follow that. Will be a tough act to follow. But the solo shot still keeps the lead for the Bourne Braves. White has 2 outs to work with. A 1 pitch just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As spirits are high from Spillane Field. At first, we weren't supposed to be playing as of an hour ago. Lights weren't on, and this game was likely going to end. Now we've kept it going, and the Braves have showed up well. 1-1 is just high and away against the lefty batter in Hayden Yost. Stands 6'1", 200 pounds, playing center field today. Just finished his freshman year as a Florida Gator. On the season for the Gatemen, batting .213. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch is swinging, popped up and back, out of play. Today is only the, or rather, not only, but it is the 17th game played for Yost. He's played in every game this season, the only Wareham Gatemen to do so. The 2-2. In the dirt, swing and a miss for strike 3. And Landon White protecting the lead for the Bourne Braves. Before we send things to the top of the 7th inning, we'll hand things over to the 3rd member of our team, in Ariel Tamir-Pinsky, with more about the fun parade this morning.
Well, guys, it's been a crazy day with the storm last night, the delays today, but it's still the 4th of July, and one of the special traditions here on the Cape for the 4th of July is that 5 of the teams in the Cape League walk in the parades of their town. The entire Bourne Braves organization walked in the Buzzards Bay parade this morning. It was a great opportunity for the players and interns to engage with the community, give thanks to the support that their fans give them. The team is always met with cheering and kids jumping up and down. It's just a special way for the team to show thanks and celebrate the 4th of July.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ariel. We'll send things to a break here on the Cape Cod, on Cape League TV and the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network. Be back for the top of the 7th, where Bourne will try and follow a 5-run inning they did just 1 inning ago.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
The bats are firing from both sides late in this one. It's the top of the 7th inning as the Bourne Braves come up to bat and begin with the top of their order in Riker Waite. Bourne put up a 5 spot just an inning ago in the top of the sixth, and Shea Went will remain on the mound. First pitch. Fastball in there for strike one. Shea Went just finished his junior season at Creighton and had a 4.5 ERA in 29 2/3 pitched there. 0-1 rather is swung on for strike two.
Such an interesting school for baseball. They're in the Big East, so it's not the highest profile, but they play at Charles Schwab, the home of the College World Series, so they care.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three on the high fastball for Riker Waite. That'll be out number one here in the 7th inning as the Bourne Braves command a 5-2 lead. That all came just an inning ago. They were scoreless for 5 straight, but the bats came alive. It was 5 who got on. All 5 scored. And now it's Gavin Kelly who started that rally for the Braves an inning ago. He was the first of the order and rips one out into left field. This one right into the glove of Andrew Kane. Just good positioning by the left fielder and Kane on the hard hit ball by Kelly. So 2 up, 2 down. Logan Hughes, the third batter of the order and the third batter of the inning for the Bourne Braves. He plays first base today, has already had some solid plays defensively, and will try and continue this rally. Got on with a base hit to third, just dribbled it down the third base line and beat out the throw. He's 1 for 3 rather so far today. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Hughes going against Went for the second time, or rather first time. Puts one to the right side. It's going to be an easy play for Randall as he moves in from second base to grab the ball and toss over to first for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Wareham Gatemen, as we will look for just one more message from our advertisers. Are you ready to dominate the diamond and pitch like the pro with the Cape's own Keith Bildo? Join us at the Capeplex, where champions are made. Don't just play the game, own it. Visit the Capeplex today and unleash your full potential. Located at 6 Forest Park Drive in Bourne, find us on Facebook or at thek-plex.com and elevate your game at the Capeplex. Gentlemen, tired of, or rather hungry after, excuse me, just a moment. Pecasset Hardware, your hometown hardware store. Whether you're fixing up the house, tackling a weekend project, or just need expert advice, Pecasset Hardware has you covered with top-notch service and all the tools you need. Conveniently located in the heart of Pecasset, stop by and see why they're a Cape Cod favorite. Pecasset Hardware, where community and quality come together. We step aside for the middle of the 7th, come back with a new pitcher on the mound for the Bourne Braves. It will be Derek Smith.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Bottom of the 7th inning as there's a new pitcher on the mound for the Bourne Braves. It's Derek Smith out of NC State. He replaces Landon White, and White, who pitched spectacularly, will finish his day with a line of 2 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run, and earned. No walks and 3 Ks. Did allow that 1 home run by Colby Turner, but Other than that, just an exceptional outing in relief. Derek Smith stepping in here for the Bourne Braves has had some up and downs for the Braves this year, but will have a 3-run lead to protect in the 7th. First pitch to Vance Shane is happily swung on and found back into the netting. Derek Smith on his season so far has pitched 3 times for the Bourne Braves. His last time out was against Falmouth in relief a little bit over a week ago. The 0-1 is swung on and put high above the first base netting. His last time out was 1/3 of an inning pitched, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and no Ks. He works with a 4-pitch mix: slider, fastball, sinker, curveball. From the wide, he deals in the 0-2. Fastball swung on in the dirt, picked up by Keenan for the 2-3 putout. Great start for Derek Smith. Last time out was not his best, but he's had some solid performances for the Bourne Braves earlier this year. Against Brewster, pitched 2 2/3 and allowed 2 runs. But it was against YD where he had the bases loaded in what was the final inning before the game was cut short due to darkness. With no outs, the bases loaded, Smith was able to get out of the jam and keep it a tie ball game. We'll need a clutch performance today to help the Braves win this one. First pitch to the top of the order, batter and Braden Randall will be missed for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out as the Braves lead 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You know, for Derek Smith, today's a chance for him to pitch with a lead and with a cushion, too, something he hasn't had a chance to do. That's a different mindset.
1-0, upstairs.
There's some pitchers that just simply feel a lot more comfortable pitching with a lead. They feel more confident.
Against YD, he only had a 1-run lead before he allowed the run to score. As the 2-0 is in there for strike 1. Down Broadway against Randall. Randall so far today, a base hit to right field in the 5th is his only hit. He's 1 for 3, has a stolen base as well. Fireworks happening behind us. That is directly back from the first base dugout, directionally. The 2-1, low in the dirt on the fastball. Wareham not having their ballpark on the water, but it does come close to Buzzards Bay, rather. Not a too far hike for the Braves as the 3-1 is high and outside and will allow Randall to reach on the walk. It's Levi Clark now in the right-handed batter's box. He comes from Tennessee, has scored once so far today, 1 of 2 runs that the Gatemen have. As a runner on first to work with, first pitch from Smith is in there for strike 1. Swing by Levi Clark. He puts it back into the backstop, and he's in an 0-2 count. Clark, the best batter statistically in this order for the Gatemen. May not have the home runs this game or last game, but has done everything right with an OPS over 1,000. The 0-2. Called for strike 3. Clark watched it by, knew it right away as he turned around 180 degrees to go to the third base dugout. And that's out number 2. 2 outs, both strikeouts, as Andrew Kane now steps in. Runner on first is Braden Randall. He reached with a walk. Kane 0 for 2 today with a walk in the first. July 4th game between these two teams. Smith going to fire at first base on a pickoff attempt and be just late with it. It's an 0-0 count with 2 outs on the board in the 5-2 ball game that the Braves lead.
When you look at Derek Smith as a pitcher this season, the big thing for him is the first couple pitches. When he gets ahead in the count, he's given up just 2 hits. When he falls behind, he's given up 4. So it's all about the start. You know, with 2 outs this inning, it was a first pitch strike. The one time he walked the man, it was 2 balls to start things off. So, you know, it's the big mindset right now is get ahead in the counts, find the zone early on.
Smith steps back into the pitcher's mound. Faces a lefty in Andrew Kane. Fires at home, runner goes, pitches a ball. The tag from Riker Waite at second falls out of his glove, and now a runner in scoring position in Randall, his second stolen bag of the day. Last one coming the last time he got on in the 5th. Smith gonna look for a new ball. This Wareham Gatemen team have 2 one-run innings so far, once in the 1st and the other one in the bottom of the 6th. Are threatening here in the 7th. Infield playing straight up, except for Riker Waite guarding the second base bag where Randall stays. Smith comes set at his belt. It's a righty-lefty battle. The pitch to Kane. Ripped right back up the middle. It will be picked by Riker Waite. He throws to first for out number 3. Was positioned perfectly to make the play. And the Bourne Braves maintain their lead of 5-2. We'll step aside for the end of the 7th inning, and when we both return, it's Adam Gotkin taking over on the play-by-play on the Bourne Braves Broadcasting Network and Cape League TV. We'll be back in just about a minute.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We're into the top of the 8th inning. The Bourne Braves lead the Wareham Gatemen 5-2, and it's the middle of the order up for the Bravos. Kahio Aloy leads things off. He is 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single into left field his last time up. That was 103 miles an hour off the bat. He seems to hit at least one in triple digits every single game. He's already up to 5 RBIs in the season, has been with the team for less than a week. He's got 5 RBIs on just 7 hits. He stands in against Shea Went, the right-handed hitter. Right-handed pitcher comes into the line. First pitch to the right-handed hitter, Aloy, misses low. The ball in the count 1-0. The infield playing far back against the power hitter. They have no choice but to with how fast the ball can come at them. The outfield back as well. They're just in front of where the warning track would be. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Off speed outside, and the count 1-1. A win today for Bourne would be the 3rd in a row. The Bravos had a 3-game winning streak already this season. Here's the 1-1. Misses low. Another off speed, and it's 2-1. All 5 of Bourne's runs today came in the top of the 6th inning. That was the first 5-run inning of the season. As from the wind, here's the 2-1. It's popped up straight in the air and straight back. That will drop foul out of play, and into the stands. The catcher, Levi Clark, is a bit shaken up after that play. He threw off his mask, his glove, and he's now standing a couple feet to the right of home plate, leaning down. The manager as well as the trainer attending to Levi Clark.
Not sure exactly what happened, but he's just an exceptional talent. Had a phenomenal season at Tennessee and has been one of the best players in the Cape this far in the season. He seems to be all right staying in the game.
I think just based on him kind of shaking out his finger, Gio Aloy maybe might have nicked Levi Clark in his follow-through after that foul ball, but either way, Clark looks to be just okay behind the plate, and Aloy is ready to dig back into the right-handed batter's box. The number 4 hitter leading off this top of the 8th inning with his team up by 3 runs. Shea Went takes a long look in. Comes into the wind. Here's the 2-2. Fastball upstairs, and the count moves full. Went has already gone 2 innings today. His longest outing of the summer was 2 1/3. That was his first time out against Chatham on the 3rd game of the season. From the wind, here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went upstairs with an 87-mile-an-hour pitch. And that's the first out of the top of the 8th. And the third strikeout for Shea Went. He's got 1 in each of his 3 innings so far. And it sends Cade Lewis up. He's reached on all 3 of his plate appearances today. A single, a fielder's choice, and a hit by pitch. He came home to score after a error by the pitcher as the pitch from Went. This is upstairs and gets past the catcher. The count 1-0. He scored as the pitcher tried to throw over to first on a pickoff attempt. Throw got by and Lewis was able to score. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 93 upstairs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves have 6 hits on the day. 2 came in the second, 4 in the 6th. As the 1-1. This is low. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Fastest pitch of the day from Went. But it moves the count to 2-1. Right-hander out of Creighton looks in. From the wind, here's the pitch. Fastball outside, a ball, and the count 3-1. See some big fireworks just beyond the fence in center field. Right above the field goal post, as this is a football field in the fall. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball, that time down the middle. Count moves full to 3-2. You know, Devon, there's only one thing that comes into mind when there's fireworks beyond a baseball field. It's got to be the movie Sandlot. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball elevated, and Lewis couldn't catch up to it. It's back-to-back Ks to get the top of the 8th going, and Shea Went is 1 out away from his 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning. He has really settled in after entering in the midst of a jam in the 6th.
Yeah, it was in a tough spot when he came in when the bases were loaded, but after recovering and when the bases were cleared, he was pretty exceptional.
From the wind, here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting Braden Holcomb. It's in for a strike, and the count 0-1. You know, of course, in Sandlot, the whole thing is that they play under the fireworks as their light. Today, we thought we weren't going to have any lights. Maybe they should have just brought all the fireworks in town here and played that way, but we figured it out at the end of the day as the 0-1 is swung on and missed. It was a bouncer that went just off the plate. The count 0-2. Was joking with one of the major league scouts that they should try out the glow-in-the-dark baseballs. The Tri-City or something Chili Peppers down in the Coastal Plain League have done cosmic baseball with the glow-in-the-dark ball. The 0-2. That misses low and gets past the catcher.
Got to see a home run with one of those.
It's pretty cool. They have black lights around the entire field. All the players are wearing glow-in-the-dark stuff as well. I think it's the Tri-City Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
in
that
Southern
sounds
Virginia.
right.
They play in some valley. The 1-2. Fastball up and in. Holcomb had to move his arms up to avoid getting hit. Count moves full to 2-2. To be honest, though, at this level, with how fast these guys are throwing, I don't know if that would be very safe to play cosmic baseball. I mean, that fastball's at 92, one of the slower ones of the day. Here's the 2-2. Bounces off the plate again, and it's 3-2. Bourne trying to not go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 8th. Wareham will send 4-5-6 to the plate in the bottom half of this inning. It's a part of the order that's reached base 4 times in 9 plate appearances. Went looks in from the wind. Here's the 3-2. It's popped up over our heads on the first base side and past the stands, out of play. So Holcomb lives to see another day. He's 2 for 3 today, singled into left field his first time up, back in the second. Looking to keep this 8th inning going. Went gets his sign from the wind. The payoff pitch again is popped up again, right over our heads again, and almost an identical play. And we're still full at 3-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th with the score 5-2 Bourne.
A really mature at-bat brewing for Braden Holcomb right now, being very patient and protecting the plate.
Holcomb's up to 7 walks in the season. He's had a number in the last week. From the wind, the 3-2 once again is fouled off the body of Holcomb. That's got a sting. It rolls down the third baseline as Holcomb hops around in a circle around the batter's boxes. That one always hurts.
Certainly not an easy one to shake off. Holcomb, a really tough guy. He's seeming to be okay, but of course want to take the safest precautions.
Holcomb is on a 4-game hit streak. He's starting to swing the bat well after a bit of a slow start to the season. We saw that last year. He was in a bit of a slump at the beginning of the year, but finished hitting .333 and was a Cape League All-Star. Now back for his second summer. Seems to be a pretty similar start. He's got a full count here with 2 outs. Looking for a multi-hit game, or at least get on base for a second time. From the wind, the 3-2. This is outside, ball 4. Holcomb works a walk, and Shea Wen's quest for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings comes to an end. So John LeGrand makes his way into the left-handed batter's box. Bourne center fielder 1 for 3 on the day. His last time up hit an RBI single into center field. At third base, Colby Turner is playing in. He walks onto the grass against the very quick left-handed hitter. First pitch, LeGrand shows bunt runner going, and the throw gets into center field. Holcomb stands up, but the center fielder Hayden Yost was backing it up good enough, so Holcomb had no choice but to stay at second. Either way, it's a stolen base, and Holcomb has his 8th of the season.
Bunt came from LeGrand as well. We're trying to make a push here. Let's see if LeGrand does it again. It was a called ball. Haven't seen LeGrand bunt much this year.
Went from the stretch, the pitch. This is outside. Brandon Holcomb at second, a very speedy pitcher as a man warming up in the bullpen for Wareham. It's a right-hander out of Ole Miss, Patrick Gale. A look back to second from Went. He kicks and fires. LeGrand pops it straight up very high, third base side, and that drifts foul out of play off the school to count 1-2. LeGrand's got 8 RBIs on the season, had one his last time up. Braden Holcomb has scored 4 runs this year. Said earlier he's in the midst of a 4-game hit streak. He hasn't come in to score in any of those games yet. Base hit could bring him home. When comes set. Pierce back to second and steps off the mound. Pitch clock was heading down. Seems to be some confusion with the count. It is 1-2. This went kicks and deals. Misses upstairs, a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yost, the center fielder, playing a bit in. Rest of the defense pretty straight up, as with 2 strikes, Turner at third has moved a bit back. Holcomb takes a decent-sized lead at second. Went looks back to him. Holcomb's on his way to third as the pitch misses outside, and there's no throw from the catcher, Clark. That's a stolen base for Braden Holcomb, his second of this at-bat. He's up to 9 on the season, and Bourne has a runner 90 feet away.
Just to show off how fast he is, the throw didn't even come to third. Levi Clark knew if he were to try, he would be late. It was an 82-mile-per-hour changeup, but still, most guys get at least a throw.
Runner just 90 feet away. Bourne up 5-2 in the top of the 8th. The chance to extend the lead. The 3-2 to LeGrand. He hits a bouncer towards the second base side. It's fielded by Randall. He fields and throws to first in time for out number 3. So Bourne gets a runner 90 feet away, but they strand him there. And so we're into the bottom of the 8th inning. The Braves still lead by 3. They'll go off against 4, 5, 6 in the Wareham order. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and